Let's learn about the trickiest move in the game of chess, en passant. Start by advancing your pawn. Notice how your pawn attacks the d6 square. If my pawn were to move 2 squares at once, skipping over that square. You could then capture my pawn immediately after it passed over the attacked square, d6. Try it. En passant means while passing in French. This move can only be played immediately after the enemy pawn jumps over the attacked square, as if it were captured while passing. Hundreds of years ago, 2 new rules were added to the game. One allowed a pawn that hadn't moved yet to jump 2 squares at once, like this. This created a problem. Your pawn on g5 never had a chance to capture my pawn. In this position, that would allow me to win the game. En passant was adopted as a correction to this injustice. Take my pawn. Let's look at another example. Start by moving your pawn to f6 to attack my g7 pawn. Your pawn on h5 is attacking the g6 square, so I'm going to try to pass over that square. By employing en passant, you can capture my pawn immediately after it jumps over the g6 square. This special move can only be played immediately after the pawn has skipped over the attacked square. Let's look at this position with many more pieces on the board. I move my rook to prepare pushing my pawn from b7 to b5. Push your pawn to a5 to anticipate this. Your pawn attacks the b6 square. If I continue with my plan, droit. You can capture en passant. Exactly. Let's practice en passant. In this position, we have the same number of pawns. What if I advance my pawn from f7 to f5? There are 2 ways to capture this pawn. Which capture is en passant? Excellent. You're getting the hang of this tricky move. We both have a single pawn, but your king is more active than mine. Your move. My pawn cannot be defended, so I may as well advance it. My pawn jumped past yours, leaping over the square that was attacked. Any ideas? Bravo! You captured my pawn en passant. My king is about to capture your pawn on d5. How can you prevent this? Nice move. If I capture, you will have a passed pawn. What if I advance my pawn forward 2 squares? Your move. You spotted the en passant capture. Nicely done. What about this position? If I advance my pawn from c7 to c5, you have 2 ways to capture the pawn on c5. How could you capture it en passant? Nicely done. Now let's look at some challenging examples. It's my turn. Perhaps I will attack your queen with my pawn. Your move. You captured en passant and now my pieces are forked. Well played. My move. What if I check your king? Your king in check. Will you move him to safety? You captured en passant. Nice job spotting this idea. For your final challenge, let's see if you can escape this pawn fork. My pawn attacks your knight and bishop at once. It seems like you'll be losing a piece no matter what, doesn't it? Your move. Well done. You solved the problem of the pawn fork and shattered my pawn structure. Nice work completing this lesson. En passant is a tricky move, but now you've mastered it.